Hello, it's Jesse here today, and today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to read you one of my blog posts. This one's from way back in 2012. I've updated it a few times, and it's called, "So, I'm a crossdresser, now what?" So you sat down and muddled your way to the point where you've decided that you're a crossdresser. First, congratulations and welcome. The road ahead isn't always easy, but it can be very rewarding. But you feel a little confused and have questions, so let's deal with some of them. Does this mean I'm gay? No, it just means you like to wear women's clothing and perhaps emulate women. Or vice versa, if you're female and like to wear men's clothing. The vast majority of crossdressers are actually heterosexual, so yeah, you're not gay. Does this mean that I'm transgendered? Well, I guess it can, depending on how you define transgender. Transgender just means across genders. The older term of transvestite just means across clothing. So you start to pick up on something. If you are stepping outside of those traditional gender norms and you are attracted to emulating the opposite gender from your sex, then sort of, but not really. Really technically sure, but no. So you say that you're bigender. What does that mean? Well, that means that I identify as man and woman. I have both genders inside of me. It went a little further than cross-dressing and wearing some clothing and emulating women every once in a while. I am a woman. I'm also a man, just more woman than man. But sometimes I fantasize about being a woman and having sex with a man. I must be gay and transsexual. Well, pretty sure everybody has wondered what it's like to be on the other side. Depending on how far down that goes. Sure, most guys have wondered how these feel, or wondered how it feels on the other side. Probably be better at it if they did. But no, doesn't mean you're gay. If you're emulating a woman or a man, it doesn't mean you're transsexual. Doesn't mean you're gay. Might mean you're like a 2 on the Kinsey scale. So what clothes do I need to be a crossdresser? Well, technically you don't need any. This would be a non-practicing crossdresser. But the answer is whatever you want. Panties, bras, skirts, blouses, dresses, purses, shoes, garter belts, corsets, or whatever suits your fancy. If all you want is a bra to wear under your t-shirt to give you that feminine chest, then that's it. That's all the power to you. Do I need a femme name? A feminine name? No, you don't. The one that I use on my website and here and everywhere else is Jesse, which is actually my middle name. I just added an I to the middle. Which is the traditional Scottish spelling for the feminine version of Jesse that goes back hundreds of years. That's my actual middle name. It's more of a pen name for me, as opposed to me going around saying, you have to call me Jesse. I still use Logan, which is my first name, and it also happens to be reasonably neutral, more masculine, feminine, but I've known some female Logans. Do I need makeup? No, you don't. I've really started to enjoy makeup ever since I shaved my beard because I can look really pretty. But no, you don't need it. Do I need to tell anyone? Well, technically no, but if you have a significant other, you should probably tell them. Most of the time, when you find out stories of relationships and everything breaking down because of cross-dressing or gender and everything else, it's usually more to do with the fact that the person didn't know and they weren't told, so they feel like their trust has been justifiably violated. So, yeah, you pretty much need to tell your significant other. Aside from that, no, but you should probably talk to somebody. How do I tell my girlfriend? Well, decide if she is someone you'd like to be with. Second, gauge her feelings on the LGBTQ+. Third, ask yourself if she'll tell all your friends. After that, there's only one way to tell her. Honey, I like to wear women's clothing. What about all these pronouns? Who is he? Who is she? Well, in the cross-dressing and transgender and everything else communities, it is standard practice to refer to somebody as the gender they are presenting. So right now, I would be she. If I was wearing a suit, I would be he. That's just the way it goes. Of course, then there's they, and then some other ones in there. Yeah, when you default, just default to whatever they're presenting as. If they want something else, just do your best. For me personally, if I'm out and somebody calls me he, I'm not as worked up about it. But if they just honestly made a mistake, it's not really a problem. If they're purposely doing it, then screw them. Whenever I dress, do I need to go all out with underwear, skirts, makeup, and all that? No, no you don't. So, do I need to shave everything? You don't need to shave a thing. Seriously, nothing. I mean, every guy should try shaving his legs. It is a very different feeling. And the chest, to get that really nice cleavage look, it is amazing. But no, you don't have to shave anything. How do I get cured? Well, there's nothing to be cured from. It's not a disease. Nobody exactly knows why it is, but it's one of those nature-nurture sort of things, right? How much of it is nature, how much societal pressures. The obvious thing is that there's something in our brain that makes us want to do this, and then how society interacts with that is probably one of the larger issues. Like me personally, if I'd been able to express my feminine side my entire life, maybe I wouldn't be planning on getting hormones here in a few weeks. Or maybe I would have started them 20 years ago. But there's nothing to be cured from. Where do I find fake breasts and body shapers? Well, go online, look around, there's lots of different stores and reviews. Why can't I just be a normal guy? Well, normal is just a social construct that defines social and cultural expectations of our society. No one is normal. We all have our socially unacceptable sides. Yours just happens to be women's clothing. Yeah, nothing is really normal or abnormal, so pick your poison on that one. I would not have chosen this if I had had the option when I was creating my character sheet for life. Obviously, I wouldn't have. But now I wouldn't give her up. I mean, if I could take a pill that would make me just a totally straight cis guy with no interest in women's clothing, I wouldn't take it. I just wouldn't. This is too much of who I am now. If I could take a pill and had a 50-50 chance of waking up the next day as either a cis man or a cis woman, I'd probably be more tempted to take that one. But I don't hate being her. I don't hate my feminine side. I don't hate my masculine side. I get both. How many people can get to the end of their life and go, I was a man for a while, tried that out, then I was a woman. If all you like to do is wear some women's clothing, put on some makeup, that's fine. It's not abnormal. There's nothing to be worried about. Well, I guess I'll put a link to this post down in the description below, along with all the other social media stuff. Put any comments down there over at the blog. That's actually my most viewed post ever, and there's lots of comments on there that are quite interesting over the years. And that's all I have to say about that. So, thank you very much for watching today, and this is Jesse signing off for another day.